Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you are all well. Today is going to be my February budget, and this is where I'm going to be showing you where all my money is going for February, because now that I'm self-employed I am going to pay myself on the 1st of the month. So at the minute the money that I will be doing in this video is coming from my emergency fund, which is sort of what I'm living off of, as well as supplementing that with some of the money from my business. And there's a lot of money that's in, I say a lot, there's a few £100 in my business account, but I kind of need to keep that there for business expenses, so I'm only going to dip into it a little bit. I've got £30 in cash which I will be stuffing, so I will do that bit at the end. But first we will jump in, do the budget, and I'll talk you through where all the money is going. So it is actually February 1st that I'm doing this. So I thought I'd sit down, sort it all out. So the complete amount from both my emergency and my business account is £389 in total. And I'll come back to that one in just a minute. So like I said, it's coming out of both my emergency and my business account. So once everything here is put aside, I thought if I keep a running tracker of what is left in my emergency fund at the top here, because normally it would be in the savings section, then that way I have a rough idea of how many more months I can sort of like get out of this. So once all this is done, I will have £2,626 left in my emergency fund. Just like that, my battery had died, but I am back. So that is what is left in my emergency fund. I think I already said that, I can't remember. And you'll also notice in this video I haven't got my nice nails anymore. I had them taken off, and already these three were so soft they've just snapped off, so sorry my fingers look a bit gross, but I don't really have the money at the minute for a new set of nails and the upkeep, so as it's more of a luxury than a necessity, we're being smart and we're not getting them done again. I did have to have them off for a different reason, but we're just not getting them redone for a little while. But anyway, I digress. So my bills and subscriptions this month is gone down to £75 because one of them was actually a business expense, so that's coming out of my business account. So that's just something I need to track completely separately from everything else, because that's like my work money. My Chase account, which is where I do like all my fun spend, so sort of like anything that's an unbudgeted spend, something that I might want. It could be anything from a TV show on Amazon Prime to a book about social media, content planning, just that's sort of my anything and everything account. So I'm going to give myself 70. I think I had £17 left over from January if I'm right, so that has like £87 in it. I feel that's more than enough for February. I was going to do £50, but I thought no, the more I limit myself the more I end up spending, so I thought extra £20 just for now, and we'll go from there. My challenges are getting £20, and that 20 is actually coming out of my business account, because I do still want to do some challenges, so I have like money being set aside, so that is the first step. And then down here in savings, obviously you'll notice the emergency bit's gone, because that's sort of what I'm taking out of, and there's no point me putting stuff in the emergency just to then take it back out for the emergency, if that makes sense. So my general is getting £10. Just to sort of bulk that up a bit. Holiday isn't getting anything. You'll see that's gone down. We bought the park tickets the other day, so we've done that. We still need to see to get the flight and the car hire and like a couple of other like finicky little bits closer to the time, but otherwise that is done. Retirement, that is getting £10. That is also coming out of my business account, because obviously retirement is a work related thing to me, so just put £10 in there just so there's something going in. And gifts is also getting 10. If I'm right, I don't actually have any birthdays after February. I've already done everything for February, I just need to get a bit of money out for some people. March, April, May and June, I don't actually have any birthdays where I buy people presents, and I've already done all the cards. So the next set of birthdays I need to buy for is July. So I think 20 is going to come out of that for a couple of bits for this month's birthdays, just because I need to get some money out. Because I've just given some people cash for birthdays, because at the minute I'm just like, the less stress I have at the minute the better, so I'm like, if I just give people money they can do what they want with it. And I know sometimes that doesn't sound like the best, but for my own peace of mind and sanity, that's what I'm doing. So that is my savings. Down to the old cash envelopes. This is a very quiet one this month. The only thing I'm putting any money in is for Jodie's wedding. Everything else is getting 0 because I've still got a fair bit in there. So fun, I've still got 135, plus I do actually have 70 from my seasonal spend that I can use at any point. So technically I have like 200. Medication I got the other day, and I'm not likely to need any for about another 2, maybe even 3 months, because I stocked up a bit. Outings I have 200, that is as it is, because I don't really see us going anywhere for the next couple of months. We might be doing something for my sister's birthday this month, not sure yet, but even if we do, I can't see that being more than £50, so that's fine. Camera, it's got 50 in it already, and like I've said many times before, I film on a camera, which is what I'm on right now. It's working fine. It's just there was a better one that I wanted. It's not a necessity, so I'm just not going to put any money towards that. Jodie's wedding is in, oh gosh, 8 months now, which is terrifying. And we're still doing like little bits and pieces for it, so I'm helping her with table numbers and the wedding signs. I've just got to do some vinyling for her on my Cricut Joy. So at least my machine is finally getting some use after I dropped like £300 on that and a bunch of vinyl and mats and everything else that goes with it. But that's fine, and that will also go again towards like a present or something. I've already got their wedding card, did that in December I think, so already got that. Just need to get like a present, or if they want money then I have money to give them. I'm not really sure what she wants yet. And anything for hen parties, that will just come out of my outings envelopes, either cash or my card one. So that's what's happening. And rollover isn't getting anything, so I still have an extra £100 as a buffer just sat in cash. That is just going to stay there, and I haven't got anything to add to it this month because I've chosen not to roll over a lot for the next few months, just because I feel like I'm going to need it more than saving it, if that makes sense. So that's what we're doing. And you'll also notice, if I go back up here, I've left the pennies in this account. I'm even budgeting the pennies on second card, like my digital funds one. So I'm just trying to do anything at the minute to keep afloat. So card 2 is my digital funds and sinking funds envelopes, but again, all digital, all on card. I have to just keep track of it. So food is getting 170. Normally I do 180, but as there were 17 left, I've decided just to do 170. I am going to try, if it's at all possible, to get this down to 160 a month. So that becomes, or like £40 a week, so for a 4-week month that becomes £160, because I think, what month is it? April is a 5-weekend month and we get our shopping on Saturdays. That would then be £200, and I don't want it to be like £240 just because I'm being a bit leery with the food. So yeah, we're gonna try that. So that is it. Takeout isn't getting anything, neither is dining out, car or fuel. Toiletries and fashion also getting nothing. They've still got plenty in them, to be honest, and everything with my car is done. I did my service and MOT about a week or so ago, and I had to have a couple of bits done because I had a problem with the car. If you guys remember me saying a few months ago there was a problem with like a squeaking sound coming from my tyres, turns out they'd all got, I think the word was binded, so everything was like rubbing and pressing on everything. That's what was making the squeaking sound, so they had to sort that out for me, and I think that the service in MOT came to like £350, which wasn't terrible, thankfully. It would have been a lot more had they changed some other stuff, but I was like, they were just like a suggested thing, not a you desperately need this, whereas the wheel squeaking desperately needed sorting out because that's been going on for nearly a year. So that's now sorted. And I've done the car tax as well, that was £30. And then I was looking for my insurance the other day, and the people that I'm with at the minute, which I think is Quote Me Happy, they were gonna offer me like £190 for my insurance, but somewhere else was offering me 140. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll swap them because I always go for wherever it's cheapest. And then Quote Me Happy was like, oh, we can go down to 145, and I was like, no, we're gonna switch. So I don't remember who I'm with now. It doesn't need to be done until like mid-February, but I bought it early just because sometimes it works out a bit cheaper. But yeah, £140 for my insurance, which is fantastic. So I've got £144.56 left, which will go towards next year's insurance, tax, MOT and service. Obviously I will have to put money aside for that at some point. Hopefully by then I'll have had a lot more clients and work, so I would have got a bit more money coming. Miscellaneous, I'm doing 14, so that comes up to £50. I've had to dip into miscellaneous a few times this month because I forgot I had some like adverts for my business running. Completely forgot about it until they billed me and I was like, oh damn. And even though technically it is for my business, I'm not counting that as a business expense. I mean it is, but to me, like, I also use it for my personal stuff as well, so I was like, do you know what, I'll just take it out of miscellaneous, it's fine. Let's see what else have we got. Christmas, nothing. Disney, nothing. Dentist, nothing. There's only £7 left in dentist. I'll probably have to put 100 towards the next one, which I think is in July. I think she said that she booked me in for. I can't quite remember what she said, but yeah, it cost me £93 the other day, which was fantastic. I was in and out within 10 minutes. And once again, no fillings, so that's doing good. 30 years old and I've never had a filling. I'm like proper chuffed about that. What else we've got? AVG, planner and outings, they're all getting 0 as well, so I don't really have a lot going into them this month. Just go down to the bottom. So after everything that I've taken out from my business account, which is £30, I have left £347.95 in my business account. So I've got let's see, probably about £30 will be coming out in a couple of fees that I have, that are monthly fees for the business. That will be coming out. I've already put all my money aside for my website, insurance, etc. for July and August, so I don't have to worry about trying to save any of that up, which is fantastic. So been a smart business lady here. I've already got the fees set aside where possible. But yes, that's where we're at. So I do have that to fall back on, but it's not going to be that full amount, like probably £200 of that at the minute. I can do whatever I want with, but the other £140 I do need to keep aside. But we're not going to, we're going to leave that in there as long as I can, so I'm not touching it. Okay, so that is the budget done. I'm now going to go through and put all the new totals in. I'll do that bit off camera because no one needs to sit and be bored as I'm doing that. So that's my next job, and then when I'm back we've got a tiny bit of cash stuffing and one of my challenges to do, so if that's what you're waiting for, it's just coming. Right, that's that bit done, so now we've just got £30 to pop away. There is my little binder. So as I said earlier, at the back here, where is it? There it is. I do have this seasonal spending envelope, and I think it's £70 in here anyway. Yeah, I've got £70 in there. That was from, so £10 of that is from autumn, that 60 is from the winter saving one that I did. And when does winter end? It's like, yeah, March 20th is when spring begins. Looking at my wall chart that's over there. So I've got until March to spend that if I want. If not, then whatever, but that's where we're at. So the only category that I'm putting money in is Jodie's wedding. And as I said before, that is getting, what did I say, £10. And 10, so we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. Also, these 20s are like super crisp. Nothing bugs me more than a curvy 10. Now this one I say borrowed from my dad. I took this one from my dad and then just gave him like digital money. It was folded in his wallet, so I had to flatten it out. Just so I can't stand bent money. I don't know why, it just drives me crazy. But there is that done, and I'll do that tracker in a minute off camera. So this £20 is going into my 100 envelope challenge. Now if you watched, I think it was my 2022 side hustles and saving challenges budget video, you'll know that I'm doing the 100 envelope challenge, and I bought envelopes that were rather large. So I've already done the 133 envelopes, so I've done 2 envelopes so far. And I've got 20 left, so I'm just going to do envelope 20, which is this one. And again, this is what made Selena from Miss Budgets laugh. My envelopes are gigantic, like I bought the wrong size. I don't know how I bought the wrong size. I thought they said A6 and it didn't. It said something about a C6. I don't know what C6 is. apparently this is C6 if you're curious, but yeah, someone did say why don't you just put it in there and like fold the envelopes or cut the envelopes in half, and I was like that just requires effort. Or like, I literally just wanted an envelope to put the money in without me having to faff around. So yeah, that's what's happening. So I've got £20 that is going in that envelope in a second, if I can find where number 20 is. There it is. So it's now 3 envelopes done, and we're what, 4-5 weeks into the year? This is now the 5th week of the year, so I'm a week behind technically, 2 weeks behind on envelopes, but again, considering I'm not making like huge amounts of money at the minute, it's cool. So that goes in there. So instead of it facing this way in the box, I just flip it that way and it goes at the back here. So where are they? Yeah, so you've got 20, 33 and 100. They're now done. That's 3 envelopes out of 100 finished. Like I said, this is probably going to take me a few years to do because I'm obviously doing it whilst being self-employed and earning not huge amounts at the moment, and I don't want to take it out of my emergency fund because that is where I'm, you know, living off of at the minute. So there you go, 3 done. And that lovely squeaky noise is my chair. I don't know what it is at the minute, but this chair, every time I move in it, it squeaks, and if I lean back it like drops down, and I went to lean back the day while I was taking a drink and the chair dropped like 4 inches and water went everywhere. Thankfully not on any of my electronics, but it went down me, the chair, the desk, the carpet. That's why like this desk is just filthy, because I've dropped God knows what on it over the years. I've had it for a very long time, this desk. Anyway, I'm gonna stop blathering. There we are. So that is February done. So that is all the money I've got allocated for the month of February. I think in March I'm probably going to have to do a bit more for these categories, just to sort of re-bump them up a little bit. But honestly, having them saving challenges and rollover and just savings in general that I was able to stuff from 2022, that has actually really helped. Had I not had that, I think I'd be honestly fucked for the next few months. I would maybe have 3 months worth of expenses, but because of me having that, I've probably got 4 to 5 months of expenses that I don't have to worry about from my emergency fund. And obviously I am hoping to make a little bit more money from my business. The goal is if I can get about 1,000 to 1,500 in my business account, anything else I take after that will just be for me. I just want to have that nice big buffer in there, so I've got plenty of stuff for business expenses, whatever that may be. I've got like all my money for the taxes already sent aside, so like this amount that I have left, that is not including the fees for next year, or this year now technically. Don't even know what year I'm in, and it doesn't count for the fees for the legal bits. It doesn't count for the taxes that I have to do next January. So this is technically mine to do whatever I want with, but I'm trying to be smart about it and save it as best I can. Like, I don't want to drop below 300 at the moment. And like, I've had 2 clients. Yesterday was my last day with my second client. She only needed me for 2 weeks. And my first client, she might need me in February, she might not. If she doesn't, I'm back down to 0. So I'm hoping she wants me, even if just for like 1 more month. I'm hoping she does, but we'll see. So wish me luck. Anyway, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. Sorry I missed a video the other day. I just was not a well woman last week, so I was like, we're not going to sit down and film a video, because nothing will make me feel worse than being hunched over at my desk trying to film this while I feel super nauseous. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you are having fun. Hope your February is going fantastic for you so far, and I'll see you in a video again soon. Bye everyone.